No, we talked. She was online at the beginning.
Okay.
With our AccuPlaces, let me do my share screen and AccuPlace. Let's see.
Acuplacer?
Yeah, you
Yes,
say you wanted that, Chastity. You forgot what you
Yeah,
say
but
you
I didn't.
wanted?
No, I don't
you,
have it though.
you didn't get it. I mailed it to you.
No, I didn't get it.
Oh boy.
Ooh, oh boy, I mailed it last the
Uh-oh.
day I told you I would mail it. I mailed it.
Really? I
But
didn't
of
get it.
course, it would have gone off the next day because it was after the mail pickup. But I was almost sure you would have it.
No,
No.
I've been checking in my mail because I'm like, yeah, I know Miss Barbara,
Yeah, I
send me
mailed.
that.
Yep, I mailed it. So, well,
Yeah.
let's see what we can do. New
Okay.
share. Now, do you see AccuPlace of math, number and quantity, algebra and functions?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing the math, number, and quantity. Now, the reason I said Latoya is going to help you because she sent me answers to this first 40 questions. And of the 40, she had 36 of them correct. All right.
Really? That's very good.
Yes. All right, Latoya. Now, since you did number one,
No, you wanted me to say how we get the answer?
I want you
No, no.
to read it and tell me how you solved it.
Oh, God.
Now, you have several things going on here. You've got a 10% discount. I'm just gonna underline. Okay, and then you got an additional 15%
Yeah,
off
so
the discounted price. So you got a discount on a discount, right?
yeah.
And
There's gonna be 0.01.
okay, so what did you do first, Latoya?
I changed the 10%.
Okay, so you got to change your 10% to what? Decimal?
0.
Okay.
Yeah, decimal.
Change percent to decimal. So look, so Chassie, that's the thing you have to do. You've got to change your percents to decimals. So what did you get, Latoya? 10% equal what?
0.1%. 0.1, sorry.
Yeah. And how you do
0.10
that, you divide the
by
number by
100.
100. Or
Yeah.
you could say shift your decimal point 2 places to the left. That's divided by 100. So Chastity, your decimal point is right here behind the 0. Move it over 2 places, it's right here. Is that clear, Chastity?
You said move it to 2 places or
2
1?
places, no, 2 places. You move it 2 places to the left. That's the same as dividing by 100.
Okay.
So 10 decimal point is right here behind the 0. So if I move it over 2 places, then it becomes 0.10, right?
Okay.
The same for the 15%.
15%
What's that equal to, Latoya?
equals 0.15.
0.1. So decimal point. Okay, so you have to work with the decimals because this percent is just a ratio of a number to 100, right? So 10% is 10 over 100 as a fraction, which is 1 over 10, which is 0.10 as a decimal. Okay, now, so you've got a discount on a discount, right?
So you gotta subtract them.
So what do?
I subtract 10, 15, 0.1, 0.10 minus 0.15. And then what
That
is
gives
it?
you a negative number. What did you do?
Hold on, let me look for my paper. I printed out, but I left the printing part at home. Unless the other is home. Let me see. It's hard to remember so much stuff.
Now,
Um,
think about it. If you got 10% off, what percent are you paying?
90%.
90%. So you really have 1 minus 10 equals 0.90. So you're paying 90%, which is 0.90, right? And for the
Yeah.
15%, what are you paying?
105.
What are you paying
105.
for the 15%?
105.
105?
$1.15.
Oh. 1 minus what?
1 minus 110. 0.10.
No.
I'm looking for this.
Isn't it
thing.
15?
Yes, that's right. That's right, Chas. You have absolutely right. 0.15. That's your second
Looking for
discount.
my paper.
And that's equal to 0.85.
85?
So yes, 0.15 from 1 is 0.85. Because if you add 0.85 and 0.15, you get back 1, right?
Yeah.
So this is your first discount.
Yeah.
And the 0.85 is your second discount. But remember, that discount is the discount after you take your first discount. So, Latoya, how do I get what it is after my first discount?
You're gonna get 90%, 0.90. That's where you're at, because I was looking for my paper. The second
You get
discount
what?
is, your first discount is 1 minus 0.10, and that equal to your 90 cents.
Okay,
The
so
second discount is 1 minus 0.15, which is 85 cents.
right. So how do I write the equation to show my first discount? Or the expression?
Let X equal original price 10%.
Okay.
Let X equal original price.
Equal original price.
Yeah, 10%.
That's my original price.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do I apply my first discount then?
So it's gonna be 1 minus 0.10. Like you say, it's 100%, 10% off of the 100, and then you have to pay 90%. 10 is off, but 90 is still on.
So 0.90 times X would be what? The discounted price. That's after the first discount.
Yeah, so that's gonna be
Discounted
90
price
cents.
after first discount. Okay, now what is the discounted price after the second discount?
85 cents.
85.
Remember, 15% is off, but you still have 85% on. It's still from 100.
No, what is my discounted price after my second discount? Let me just copy this here and you tell me what to write.
You're gonna multiply them?
Discounted price after the second discount.
I multiply 90 times 85 cents, which is 0.765. That's how I did it. I multiply the first and the second.
Okay, so the discounted price after the second discount is what?
85 cents.
No, but that's got to be applied to this, right? So what would it be?
I multiply them together. That's what I did.
So
You might do it a different way, but I multiply the two,
you
that's why.
multiply them 0.090x, and what is that multiplied by?
10.
By 85 cents.
That's right, by the 85 cent. So that 0.90x, that's the discounted price, and you're applying the second discount, which is the what? 0.85, correct?
Yeah, and it's equal, that gives you 0.765.
So 0.9x, and that's time. Let's put this so I won't have to have x for the times. So what is that multiplied by?
You multiply 0.90 times 0.85 equals 0.765.
1 minus what? 0.15.
Yeah, because percent means it's out of 100.
That's right. So that would be the discounted price after the second discount.
Yeah, like Macy's always say 40% off, but then 60% on for the stuff where you wanted to buy.
So that's the discounted price after the second discount.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's equal to.
So the two discounts.
Yeah. So that's equal to, what is that equal to? We multiply that out, we get what?
90 times.
What?
Oh, hear me.
Okay. 0.90x. That's the time to 1, right?
Yeah.
1 minus 0.15, that would be 0.90 times 0.15, right?
Yeah.
And what is that equal to?
Let me see.
0.135x. So that would be 0.90x
Yeah.
minus, and what's 90 times, what is it, 0.135? I think that's what I got. 135x. Okay, so what is that equal to? What's 0.90x minus 0.135x? What did you get, Latoya? 0.765x?
Yes, 0.765.
0.765x. So 0.75x, and that's equal to the purchase price. So 0.765x equal to what you paid for. That's the 306. All right. And what is x equal to?
400.
What is x equal to?
400.
306 divided by.
I should have kept my paper. Because it's hard to go back and forth.
And that's equal to?
400.
400. Okay, so that means that it originally cost 400, and you can check that the 306 is right by taking that 400, taking what, 90% of 400, 360, and then take 85% of that 360, and you should get back that 306.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, some people say, well, I can take my 10%, multiply by 15%, and then take 25% of. No, it's not that, because it says that 15% is coming off the discounted price.
Yeah.
Okay. So the 15% is coming off the discounted price. Okay. So this number that you got here, 0.765, multiplied by the original price will give you the 306. So it's not a combination of like 90% times 85. What's 90% times 85? That would give you that. 90 times 85. No. Okay. That's another way of doing it. That gives you that.
Yeah, I did it a shortcut way. That's
0.90 times 85 gives you 76. And let me do it. Okay, 0.90 times 0.85 gives you 0.765. So an easier way to do it would be just to take this first discount, multiply it by the second discount in decimal, and then multiply that time. Then divide that by, divide that into the 306, and that would give you an answer, which is actually an easier way.
yeah.
Yeah, fewer steps.
Yeah.
Yeah. 0.90 times 0.85. And that gave you 0.765. Now take this 0.765 and that divided into the 306, and that should give you the 400, which is what we got. All right, so 300 divided by 0.765. I'm sorry, what was it? 306. I put 300. It's 306. Okay. 306 divided by 0.765. And that gives you the 400. So simplest way to do it, once you convert your discounts to decimals, then multiply those out and you get 0.765. That means 0.765 of some original will give you the 306. So you can take that 0.765 and divide that into your 306 and you'll get the 400. So it's less steps if you do it this way. All right.
Yeah.
It's less steps. Get the 0.90, get the 0.85, multiply them. 0.90 times 0.85 is 0.765, and then divide 306 by that decimal, 0.65. 0.765, and that would give you the 400. So I went through this two different ways. I don't know how you did it, Latoya, but whenever you have a discount on a discount, multiply the two discounts as decimals. That's the 0.90 times the 0.85. Now what you get here, that's the percent of the original. This percent of the original would give you the discounted price. So we know what the discounted price is. That's the 306. So 0.65 of some original, we'll just call it, say, N. That's equal to 306. So N would be 400. Questions on number 1? So if you do it this way, you only have 2 steps. The first
Yeah,
discount.
try to limit my
Point,
steps.
yeah, you only have 2 steps. You just have the 0.90 from the 90%, the 0.85 from the 85%. Multiply the decimals, get 0.765, and then what you have is this right here. 0.765 times the original price is equal to the discount price. That discount price was what, 306. So 2 steps, you got it solved.
We always do it a different way. We say original price minus discounted price divided by
I
can't see why you write it, Miss Barbara.
Should switch over to the other side.
Yeah, I went to the other side. Okay. Let me just go back over here and just put just those 2.
Got it now.
Okay. All right. Let me just put so the easiest way would be to just to convert the decimal, the 10% from 190, make that's a decimal, 0.90. The percent from 100 is 85, so that's 0.85, right? Multiply those 2 decimals, right? Then what that decimal times the original price is equal to the discount price. So substitute in our values is 0.765, and we'll just call this I'll just call that OP, original price. And the discount price we was given is 306, right? 306. Now, if you want to find OP, OP is divide both sides by 0.65. By 0.765. Okay, so OP equal to 306 divided by 0.765. And that's our 400. Original price. So this would be the way you could do it. You got your decimals, 0.90 times 0.85. When you multiply that decimal total by original price, your discount price that was given. So then all you have to do is calculate the original price by dividing both sides by 0.765, and you get the original price is 400, and that's answer C. So that's the, whenever you have a discount on a discount, this is the way you can do it. Get both discounts as decimals, multiply them, then divide that into the discount price, and that would give you the original price. Any questions? So I'll just take the other out so it doesn't confuse you here. Let's just, so we change our percent to decimals. Let's just take this out. And you've got the one I just put there that's easier. And the answer is C. Questions on number 1? You have to watch for things like additional taken off the discounted price. Because see, if it wasn't taken off the discounted price, then it would be a different kind of problem. Okay. Latoya, how did you solve number 2? Latoya. Latoya.
Yeah, divide.
Okay. So how did you
No, you
solve
missed
number
one.
2? Okay.
You divide it.
You did what? So we've got
You do the
this.
parentheses first and then you divide.
Okay, so tell me what to write. You do the parentheses first, that's the PEMDAS. So
Unless,
you'd
yeah.
have what? Y times what?
Hold on. Oops. Everything is just Y. Let me get my paper. I'm juggling a lot of things at the same time, that's why. So you're gonna do pandas first. So you're gonna Y, you're gonna give XY minus Y equals Z.
X, Y.
Multiply on the left side of the
Okay, and you
equation.
get what? XY minus what?
XY minus Y.
Equals Z.
Equals Z as in zebra.
Okay, Z. So because that meant you multiply Y times X, gave you XY, Y times minus 1, give you minus Y, that's equal to Z. And what did you do next?
And then you're gonna have to add Y to both sides.
That's right.
It's like an
Add-
algebra.
Yeah, add Y to both sides. Okay. All right, so let's just take this equation and add Y to both sides. The reason we're adding Y, because we're subtracting and we have to do the opposite, right? To get the 0 on the left. So add Y. Okay, add Y on the right. And what do you have on the left, Latoya?
Yeah, I'm coming. Oops.
XY minus Y plus Y.
Yeah, so you're gonna have XY equal Y plus Y.
XY
Yeah.
equal what?
So XY minus Y plus Y equals Z plus Y.
So what is
So it's
that?
gonna give you XY equals Z plus Y.
That's right. XY, because minus Y plus Y gives you 0. So XY equal Z plus Y. Okay, now we want to solve for X. So what do?
Divide both sides, but divide Y by both sides of the equation.
Divide both sides by Y, the opposite.
Divide Y by both sides of the equation.
No, divide both sides by Y.
Yeah, that's what I said. I have on
No,
the
that's
math,
not
so
what
that's
you
what.
said. You said divide Y by. Divide
Yeah,
both
divide
sides by Y. Y is the
what?
divisor, right?
Yeah, Y is the divisor.
Okay, so let's copy that and do that division. So we divide by Y on the left.
Oops.
Oops. Divided by Y on the right. Okay, so let's put our Y here and a Y here. Okay, and then what does that give us?
X over Y equals Z plus Y over Y.
So what
it's
do I
gonna
have on the
give
left side?
Z XY over Y.
So what's XY over Y? What does that give you?
Z over, let me see. Z divide both sides
No,
of
no,
the
I'm on the
equation.
left side. I'm on the left side.
So
What
it's
is,
xy over y, and it's gonna leave you with x.
that's right. It's gonna
Because
leave
y
you with
cancel
X.
out y.
That's right. Y over Y is 1. So now Z plus Y over Y is actually Z over Y, because you divide.
Plus 1.
Okay. So that's Z over Y plus Y over Y. So let's put this. That Y is divided into both the Z and the Y. So this would be,
Yeah.
right? So this would be Y. That would be Y. Okay, so let's bring that up. Okay, now what do we get, Latoya? So
You're
X,
gonna get x equal. Wait, my phone is locked. I'm still at work, so it's kind of hard. So you're gonna get x equals z over y plus 1.
that's right, because Y over Y is 1, right? So you get Z over Y, just repeating what we have here, Z. And that's plus 1. Y over Y is 1, and then our Y is here. Okay, what answer is that?
The answer is B as in boy.
Okay.
Not C, B.
Z. What's the answer?
B as in Barbara.
Yeah, B. Okay, because B says Z over Y plus 1. So answer B.
Not D, B.
That's what I said, B. B is in boy.
Okay.
Answer B as in boy.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a D. That's what.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they sound alike. That's why we use a word to represent it. Z over Y plus 1 is the same as Z over Y plus 1. Questions? Chastity, what about number 3? Chastity.
Because I have a clock out just now.
Okay.
This phone is something else.
Chastity, what's the answer to number 3? Which of these following values not equal to 34 times 58 plus 9?
I don't know.
What's 58 plus 9?
58 plus 9 is 60, 69 or 68.
58 plus 9? What's 9 plus 8?
17.
And 17 and 50 is 67, right? So 58 plus 9 is 67. So A says 34 times 67. And that's the same, right? 34 times 58 plus,
Plus 9 is 67.
yeah, that's 67. So let's just take that. So that's equal to 34. And 58 plus 9 is 67. So it says not equal. So we know that A is equal to the same thing, right? What about B? Is B the same? Is 34 times 58 plus 9 the same as 58 times 34 plus 9?
Yes.
Well, the 34 plus 9, see, you've got multiplier 34 and you got multiplier 67. This is 58 times 43. Is that the same?
No.
No, it's not. So it's not equal. Now we can look at the others now. 34 times 58 plus 9 is, and we can write that as 34, and we'll just put the asterisk, times 58 plus 34 times 9. All right, because 34 times 58 PEMDAS, everything parentheses, that'll be 34 times 58 plus 34 times 9. So we know that C is the same. D we know is the same because 34 times 58 is 1,972. And okay, 34 times 9 is 306. So that's equal to this expression. Then the other one, we just put the 9 plus 58 times 34, but that's the same. You change the order, but it's still the same. It's still 34 times 9 plus 34 times 58. So the one that is not equal is B. You don't get the same thing. Okay, so B is not the same as the rest of the expressions. The rest of them are all equal to this expression. You follow, Chastity?
Yeah.
Why this B is not the same? Because 34 plus 9 is 43, and 43 times 58 is not the same as 34 times 67.
Okay.
Now let's look at number 4. Number 4 deals with angles, and I'm not sure how much you know about angles, but when you add internal angles, add internal angles, give 180 degrees. So let me just, okay, so let me just put here, okay, 180. So when you add up your internal angles, your and triangles have the 3 angles, right? You get, this is not F. Take out this. This is just a statement of fact. When you add up the internal angles, add internal angles, give 180 degrees. So 3 angles add up to 180. You have 2 angles, one is 15 and one is 85. When you add those together, what do you get, Chastity? $15 plus 85 gives you what?
100.
That's right. Very good. So 15 plus 85. So let me just put plus. So your 3 angles should add up to 180. So 15 plus 85, move that over. And that's equal to 100. So let me put, now if the total should be 180, what is the measure of that 3rd angle? In other words, 180, just put it here, 180 degrees equal 15 plus 85. Let me just put that there. 15 plus 85 plus a third angle that I'm calling N. So to get 180, what must N be, Chastity?
80.
That's it. N must be 80 because you said that's 100, and 100 from 180 is 80. So N is equal to 80. So that N is the unknown. So what answer would that be?
D.
That's right, D. Very good. Okay. So that would be 80 degrees. And that's answer D. Very good. All right. So that's just a rule that when you have these, when they give you the angles of a triangle, they giving you internal angles. So the internal angles add up to 180. So if you have two angles value given, or if you had the sum of the two, say if you say the sum of the two was say 80, then the third angle would have to be 100. So you could be given each angle's degrees, or you could be given a sum of two angles, but whatever, you have to subtract it from 180. All right. So
Yeah.
that's a little rule. Just remember that you have three angles in a triangle. And if you know two of them, you can find the third one. You just subtract the sum from 180. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's go to number 5. Do you know how many ounces? How many ounces are there in a pound? Okay. 5 ounces equal 140 grams. 2 pounds. How many ounces are in a pound? Do you know how many ounces in a pound? Chastity?
16.
16, that's right. 16 ounces equal 1 pound. So 2 pounds would be equal to what? How many ounces?
32.
That's it. Very good. 32 ounces equal 2 pounds. All right. So 5 ounces is 140 grams. 32 ounces equal how many grams? And this looks like a ratio proportion, right? And it look like a ratio proportion? Yes.
What
Ratio,
was the question?
yeah. The one ratio is 5 ounces equal to 60 grams, right? So we can say 5 ounces. And we can write a ratio as a fraction, or we can write it with the colon. Let's write it as a fraction. And that's 5 ounces. And that's 140 grams. Right? Now, let's find out. Okay, we want to know how many grams, and now we know it's 32 ounces, right? So 32 ounces. It's just we don't need to underline all the way. So that 32 ounces would be what? In grams. We want to know how many grams are in the 32 ounces. So that's N. So what do we do to solve for N, Chastity? You remember?
First cross multiply.
That's it. Very good. Cross multiply. Numerator times denominator. Denominator times numerator. So that would be cross multiply. That's good, Chastity. You're remembering these operations. So 5 times N is what?
Mm,
Numerator times denominator. What's 5 times N?
5.
Well, just be 5 N. We don't know what N
Okay.
is. We're looking for it, right? And then this will be 32 times 140. Okay. So let's multiply 32. So that's 5 N. You have your calculator?
32. Yeah, 32
32 times 140. What do you get?
4,480. Correct?
Let's see. 32 times 140. What did you get? 4,480?
480.
Yes, 4,480. Now, how would we solve for N? What would we do to both sides to get N?
You divide.
That's it. Divide both sides by 5. That's right, because N is being multiplied by 5. So you divide both sides by 5. Okay, so let's just do that. Let's take the 4N equal 480. Use here and divide by both sides. Opposite of multiplication is division. So we put 5 as the divisor on both sides. So this would be 5. And that would be 5. Okay, let's take out the underline here. We don't need it. Okay, let's bring that up. Okay, so 5 over 5 is 1. So that would just be N left, right, Chastity? N,
Mm.
give a little N equal. Now, what's 4480 divided by 5? 4480 divided by 5. What do you get?
896.
896. Very good. So what answer is that?
600.
A, B, C, D, or E?
C.
Sir. C. Very good. But notice now you had some different units there. You couldn't use the 2 pounds because you got ounces and grams. So we had to get those pounds into ounces so we can compare, because it has to be units. Ounces, grams, ounces, grams. Okay. Very good, Chastity. You're doing good. Okay.
I'm trying.
No, you're doing good. Oh, we got a nice little graph for you here. Okay.
Where's my Latoya? She let me alone.
She said she was
Latoya.
clocking out, I think. Latoya?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you there?
I just come down from the elevator and then catch the Uber.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to the store for my aunt. So I'm like, boop, 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 I'm doing everything at one time.
Okay, can you see that graph, number 6?
Yeah, it's this which of the following graph is X
Which
less
year
than
did the
4?
most children take the swimming lessons? Chastity, can you see the graph?
Oh, I'm on the wrong one.
Number 6.
Oh,
I can
sugar,
make it
wrong
bigger
one.
if you have a problem seeing it. Can you see it?
You know what I'm saying?
Chastity, can you see the graph?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was talking. I didn't even realize I had the mic off.
Okay. All right. Which year did the most children take swimming lessons? 1990, 1991, 92, 93, 94, 95.
95.
95. Very good, because there we had what? 500. Because this is hundreds of children.
500. Yeah.
So the answer for number 6 would be what? What letter?
19.
You said 1990.
E.
That's right. Answer E. Okay. Now, between which year did the largest decrease in children take swimming lessons occur? Now it says decrease, that means it dropped, right? So
Yeah.
now looking at these years, which one you see the biggest drop?
I see 1990 and 1993. No, 1990. Or they both?
Now the years
No,
are only 1
1993.
year apart now, not 2 years. Notice your answers are.
1993.
So,
Time I was
So-
born.
so what range? Where was the
19
biggest decrease?
1990 and 90, no, 1990, 1993, 1994.
That's
No.
an increase. It's a decrease.
Okay, so it's 1990 and 1991.
That's an increase. See, 90 is here and 91 is here. That's an increase. So where do you see a decrease? What year range do you see a decrease?
Decrease is less, right?
Yes, it went down. The numbers went down.
Miss Barbara, but I see 1990 lower, and then I see 1993 on the same, on the
No, no.
200.
But remember now, this is between which year? So it's only a year here. So you're only looking at 90 to 91 or 91 to 92 or 92 to 93 or 93 to 94, 94 to 95. So you're only looking at a range of 1 year. So which year do you see the
Oh.
largest decrease?
Okay, I think it's 1992 and 93.
That's it. Very good.
Okay.
Because 92 was 4 and
And then
93
decrease.
was 2. And that's
Yeah.
the biggest decrease. Well, you can see it here. See, it came down because everything else is increasing. 93
Yeah.
94 went up, 94 to 95 went up, 90 to 91 went up, 91 to 92 went up. So the
And then
largest decrease was when it went from 92 to 93. So what answer is that?
C.
That's right. Answer C. Very good. Answer C. Okay, that was number 6. I think we have another one with the, okay. What was the average number of children taking swimming lessons from 1990 to 1995? Now, what that means now, you've got to find how many took it in 90, how many in 91, how many in 92, how many in 93, how many in 94, how many in 95. And then you've got to add those up and divide it by 6 because it's 6 years. So write down the 1990. 1990 was what? Chastity, how many?
200. Is it
How many?
200?
200, right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and 91 was what?
Hold on. 91 was, what is that? 2.5, 3?
Well, yeah, 250, because remember it's in hundreds, right? So you have 1990, write these down because you're gonna add them up. 1991, you had, it's midway between 2 and 3, so that's 250. 1992 was what, Chastity?
400.
400, very good. And 1993 was
400.
18 years ago.
right here. What's 1993?
1993 is 2.
200, right? 1994 is what?
350.
300, no, 300, right here. 300.
Okay.
1995 is what?
5.
500. So you're gonna add those up. So you have 200,
250.
250, 400,
Hold on,
200,
200
200
plus
plus 250
250 plus
plus
200.
400. Now that's 400 right there.
Hold
Plus
on.
plus 200 right here, right? Plus 300 plus 500. So add those up and divide by 6. Tell me what you get.
Okay, just give me 1 second, please.
So you have 200 plus 250 plus 400 plus 200 plus 300 plus 500. That total should be divided by 6 because there's 6 different years.
Okay, I have 1,883.
You have one? You can't have a 3 because everything has a 0 at the end. You have 200, 250, 400, 200, 300, and 500. What does that add up to?
200 plus 250
Plus 400 plus 200 plus 300 plus 500. Now, what does that add up to?
and that's divided by 6, you said, right?
That's right. That's divided by 6. Let me just put this all on the next page. So when you added that up, what did you get? So you're adding 200 plus 250 plus 400 plus 200 again plus 300 plus 5. And what did you get? What's your total? What was your total, Chastity?
It's 200, 250, 400, correct?
It's
And then
200,
200.
250, 400, 200, 300, and
300
then
and
500.
500.
What is that add? What does that add to?
Okay, wait. Okay, that's 4,150.
No,
That's that's what I added up together.
200, 250, 400, 200, 300, 500.
Yeah, that's what I had. 200 plus 250 plus 400 plus 200 plus 300 plus 500 is equal. Oh, 1,850.
That's right.
But that's what
1,000.
I said before.
I thought you said 4,000.
No. So
Yes,
that's divided by 6.
yes, yes. Now divide that by 6. 1850,
Oh,
because it's like an average or a mean. So you add up your totals, divide by the number of items. So that's divided by 6. And what's that equal to?
308.33333.
308. Right. So So the average number is 308, and that would be what answer?
Oh, hold on.
A, B, C, D, or E?
That's B.
That's right, that's BB. Yeah. So you had to get the number for each year, add up to a total, divided by the number of items, so there's 6 years. So your average number of children taking STEM lessons from 1990 to 1995 is 308. Okay. It's using graphs to solve a problem, all right?
Okay.
Now, Chastity, what do you know about scientific notation? This next problem is an example of scientific notation.
I don't remember that. I don't think I
Okay.
would.
All right. Whenever you have a negative, let's make this bigger because that's a negative. 5.93 times 10 to the minus 2. So whenever you have a negative exponent, your number is less than 1. It's a decimal. So this is a 10 to the minus 2. So that's a negative exponent. So you know your answer cannot be C, D, or E. Because remember I said if it's a negative exponent, your number is less than 1. It's a decimal. So it can't be C, D, or E because those are not decimals. They're greater than 1, right? So to get 10 to the minus 2, that means one of these numbers, you've got to shift the decimal point 2 places to the right to get 5.93. So which one would that be? Which one of these numbers?
B.
P?
Correct.
No,
Or-
not P. Remember I said you have to, it's 2 places. 10 to the minus 2 means 2 places to the right. If you take this number, that's 3 places because you move it 1, 2, 3. So what's the answer?
Is it A?
It's A because 0.0593, your decimal point's right here, right? Move it here, that's 1 place. Move it there, that's 2 places. So that's 5.93 times 10 to the minus 2. So your decimal, your places you move it to is equivalent to your exponent. And the first answer you gave me was 5.93 times 10 to the minus 3.
Yeah.
All right, so that would be A. But I'm saying, see how you can eliminate answers because if the exponent is negative, then the numbers cannot be greater than 1. That's why C, D, and E you can eliminate.
Got it.
Now, okay, now how could you represent that 593? Okay, how could you represent that in what we call scientific notation? 59300. I want to write that as 5.93 times something. What would that be? Just put that here. At 20. Now I want to write that as 5.93 times 10. Now I move to the left up here. I move to the right. Here I'm moving to the left. So to get between the 5 and the 9, I have to move from the decimal point is behind this last 0. So I'm moving this between the 5 and the 9. So how many places did I move my decimal point?
3.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Right, because it's right here, right? After the last 0. So I move it from here to here, that's 1. Here to here, that's 2. Here to here, that's 3.
4.
here to here is 4. So that would be 4 places I moved it, right? So
Yeah.
this would be a +4. Because if it's greater than 1, the decimal, the power is going to be a positive number. Okay, so 59,300 is equal to 5.93 times 10 to the 4th. Got it?
Okay.
Now you don't see the decimal point there, but it is a decimal. It's
But-
behind that last 0. We don't have to put it there, but that's where it is. You had a question, Chastity?
Are this two? Is this the same question for 9? The answer is still for 9.
No, I just gave you another example. I just wanted to take a number that's there and say what we call this scientific notation. What's the scientific notation for
Okay.
59300? And then my power would be plus because the number is greater than 1. Whereas if it's less than 1, a decimal, the power would be negative. But it's still the
Okay.
number of places, except when it's positive, you're moving to the left, and when it's a decimal, you're moving, and you have a decimal. When it's a decimal, you have a decimal point. So the decimal point is moved to the right. So
Okay.
1, 2, that would be 5.93 times 10 to the -2. Now, sometimes like your number is greater than 1, you don't actually physically see the decimal point, but it follows the last digit. All right, so the decimal point is really right here. So you start counting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the decimal point is at 5.93, and you moved it 4 places, so your exponent is 4. Okay. Yeah, I just use this example to show you the scientific notation when you have a positive exponent, because the example we have here is a negative exponent. Okay. All right, let's go to number 10. Okay, number 10. Let's look at number 10. Okay, number 10. Read that and tell me how you think you would solve it, Chastity.
1 inch represents 20 miles. The distance between 2 towns is 6.5 inches. 6.5 inches?
That's 6 1/5.
Oh, 6.15 inches. How many miles are between the 2 towns?
1 inch equal 20 miles. 6.6 1/5 inches would equal how many miles? How would you find it?
You have to multiply
That's it. You multiply what?
20 times 6.
20 times 6 1/5.
One.
That's right. You'd have to multiply 20 times 6. You just put the 6 in the 1/5. Because 1 inch is 20. So you'd multiply 6.15 inches times the 20 miles to give you the number of miles. So this would be here, 6 1/5. Make this bigger. Okay, now 1/5 would be what as a decimal?
I'm sorry?
1/5. What would that be as a decimal?
I don't. 1.5? No. 0.15?
No, 1 divided by 5. What's 1 divided by 5?
5.
No, not 5 divided by 1. Put your calculator 1 and put divided by 5. What do you get?
1 divided by 5. 0.2.
That's it. 2/10. 0.2. Okay. So that means you're saying 20 times 6.2, because 1/5 is 6.2. So we're putting it as a decimal. Multiply that out. What do you get, Chastity? What's 620 times 6.2? What do you get?
6.2. 6.
Times 20.
6.2. 124.
That's right, 124. So your answer is what?
124. C.
That's right, C. Okay. So 1 inch is 20 miles, 6 1/5, which is 6 2/10 inches, would be 6.2 times 20 of 124 miles. Okay, now using the same problem. Okay, the distance is 8 inches, right? How many miles? So now I changed it to 8 inches. So how many miles? Let's make the math. What would be the answer? What would be the answer, Chastity?
160.
How many?
160.
What would
No.
it be?
Oh, is that there? No.
1
That's not it.
inch is 20 miles. I'm changing the distance now to 8 inches. How many miles would that be equivalent to, the 8 inches?
That's E. 145.
No, I'm not, it's not an answer here. I'm just giving.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just giving
I
you
get it.
another distance to see if you really understand it. So
That's
1
160.
inch, that's it. 1 inch is 20 miles. So 8 inches would be 8 times 20
20.
equal 160.
160.
Okay, so that would be 160. The one we gave you here, we gave you a decimal number. But with
Oh,
a
yeah,
whole number, you just multiply whatever I give you a whole number by 20. And that's your answer.
Yeah.
All right, so that was number 10. Okay, let's go to number 11. Okay, which of the following, let's see, make that bigger. Okay, now I'm on the other side, so. Which of the following is a correct graph of x greater than 1 and x less than 4? Now, you look at these and see from one line to the other, is it greater than 1 and less than 4? Which one you think would be correct? That means it's between 1 and 4. So, which one you think? Take a guess.
I think it's C, if I'm not mistaken.
Remember I said between 1 and 4.
Oh, that's A.
That's it. Very good. Because see, A has low number 1, high number 4. So it's less than 4 going this way, and it's greater than 1 going this way. So the answer would be line A. Because see, the other ones, like this one, is what? Less than 1 and
That's the one
and 4 are greater. All right.
and
Whereas
greater.
this one is what? Between 1 and
One.
5. All right, because see, it's now right here 5. And this one is what?
Yes, that one is 4.
Well, you could say greater than or minus 3 and less than 5, because or 4. I mean, the range is between minus 3 and a 4. And then this one is two things between 1 and 2 and between 4 and 5. So the answer would be A. Very good. You got that one. So answer A. So you pick out the one that shows the range of both of these, greater than 1, less than 4. So this is the only one where from one point to the other is greater than 1 and less than 4.
Okay.
Answer A. All right. Now, let's look at number 12. Number 12 is a volume problem. You remember how you find volume? Length times width times height. Okay, that's how you find volume. And it's cubic units. All right, so let's bring that down. And I'll put the formula here, volume. And volume is cubic units. So volume equal length times width times height. Okay, so you've got a container that's 9 inches by 12 by 9. And then you got fudge, this cube, so that's also volume. And if it's 3 inches on an edge, it's going to be 3 times 3 times 3. So what would be the volume of the Christmas 10? I'll just underline it here. It's 9 inches deep by 12 inches wide by high. Okay. So what would I substitute in here for the length? Less. Okay, so what would you call the length? You can pick either one of them, actually. It doesn't really matter that much, because you got 12 by 9 by 12 by 9. So what do you want to put for the length? Which one? 9, 12, or 9? Doesn't matter really.
9.
Okay, so we put 9. And that's going to be inches. So we just put inches just to show you're going to get cube. And what do you want to put for the width? So you got a 9 and a 12 left.
12.
12, because it says 12 inches wide, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. And the height is what? 9, right? So 9 by 12 by 9 equal what? That's going to be cubic inches. So what's 9 by 12 by 9, Chastity? Multiply that out.
Time.
Yes, that's multiplication. So 9
9
by 12 by 9 is what? Nine multiplied by 12.
972.
Okay, that's right. 9 72. And that's cupid. Whenever you have volume, you have cupid units. So that would be inches cubed. All right. But you could also call it, let's see, let me put this here. You could also call it 972 cubic inches. Same thing. Now, that's the volume of the Christmas 10. Now, you have fudge that you are putting there. Now what we want to do is find volume of the fudge. All right. So if it's 3 inches on the edge, that means the volume of the fudge is going to be 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, because it has a length, a width, and a height. So the volume of the fudge, that's going to be V equal 3 times 3 times 3. So what's 3 times 3 times 3? Right.
3 times 3
So there's 3 on the edge, so it's a 3 for the left.
27.
What is it?
27.
27. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. So that's there again, that's cubic inches. So that's 27 cubic inches. All right.
What?
Now, so if the 10 volume is 972 and each piece of fudge is 27 cubic inches. So how would we find how many pieces of fudge we can put in that 10? How do you think we could find that? You have a 10 that has this volume, a container, 972 cubic inches. Each piece of fudge is 27 cubic inches. How do you think you can find how many pieces of fudge you can put in that Christmas 10? Can you picture the 10 and adding fudge to it?
I don't know how to do it.
Okay, let's see. Let me do a new share and do a whiteboard. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if we can draw a 10 here. So this is that's the Christmas 10, right? Now we have over here some pieces of fudge. So let's just draw these little pieces of fudge. And each side is 3. So these little pieces, this is our fudge. And each piece of fudge we said was what? 27 cubic inches, right? So this is 27 cubic inches. So we want to know how many of these pieces we can put in this container, all right? And this container we said was what? 972 cubic inches. So now can you picture it? how
So we
many
have,
of these pieces of fudge I can put in this container that has 972 cubic inches of volume?
do we multiply?
No. Remember, I'm packing this fudge into here. This is going inside of here. How many pieces can I put in here? What operation would I do?
Division?
That's it. You take the
That's
972.
972. Divided by 27?
That's it. Do that testing. What do you get?
972 divided by
27. So each
27.
piece is 27. That would give you the number of pieces. What do you get?
36?
That's it. That means you can take 36 of these little cubes of chocolate and put inside this container. Okay,
Okay.
so that would be 36 pieces of these are little cubes of chocolate. 36 pieces I can put inside of here. And it says so the lid would close, because more than that, you'd be overflowing, right? So you can put 36 pieces packed into this container. Okay, so
Okay.
now what answer was that? What answer was that?
Can you go back? I can't see it.
Okay, let me. Right here. You see it now? How many?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
D.
so 32 is which is what we said, what, 36? That's right.
Yeah.
The answer. So let me just put 972 divided by 27 equal 36. So 36 cubes 36 cubed pieces of fudge can be put in the Christmas tin. So that answer 36 is the answer D. Answer
Yeah.
D. Okay. Okay, so we'll stop here. And Jesse, you should get that. Hopefully you'll get it tomorrow, because I sent you the whole packet of the AccuPlacer. So
You emailed it also?
I emailed it and I postal mailed it.
Okay, so I'm gonna check the email.
Yeah, it's in your email, and
All
I
right.
postal mailed the whole thing, so you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
have the hard copy.
Don't mail it again, just in case. I mean, I don't think maybe it's delayed or something, but
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, but I did. I
thank you so much.
sent it, and if you don't get it, text me, let me know, and I'll email it again. You know, if you
All
don't
right,
get
Miss
it.
Barbara, thank you so much.
Okay.
I really
Now-
appreciate it.
Okay, now we will say homework. And I'm not sure we're gonna be here for next week, because Ms. Beckles said this is our last week of Monday afternoon.
Oh, really? This is the last week?
Right. Well, she said, but originally it was supposed to be next week. So she's supposed to let me know, but I'll let you know anyway. But
All right,
anyway,
please let me know.
13. Okay. Homework will be 13, 14, 15, 16. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll send the session, and even if we don't have even if we close down next week, I still want you to try the 13, 14, 15, 16, and send me your results, and then I'll send you back, you know, the
All right, but we still have class on Thursday, right?
Thursday. Yes, we will have
Alright.
class on Thursday. Okay.
All right, then.
Now, I did the recording from last Thursday, even though I had the incident. I did the recording and edited out the end of that. Okay, so I
Okay.
don't know if it's on the YouTube. I put it out there. Okay.
All right, then. I'll check it out. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
Latoya, so long. I don't know if she was headed. Yeah, she had to stop someplace, I think. So,
Okay, then. Good
okay,
night.
so thanks for joining. And
You're
I'll
welcome.
put the
Thank
session,
you.
I'll email you the session. All right.
All right, Miss Barbara. Stay safe,
Okay.
okay?
All
Miss
right.
Beckles, you too.
You
Uh,
too.
Bye-bye.
Bye
Okay.
bye, dear.
All right.